About a year ago, I was going through menopause and I experienced things like a short period of time. I'm clarifying this because it was a short period of time, but I felt rage in my heart. And I am not an angry person. So not only was it hard to go through, but then I was like judging myself, like, what a horrible person am I to be so angry all the time? Like, huge anger. Luckily, it was a short period of time. And what I did was I told my kids about it. So I was like, kids, I'm going through a hormonal shift. So I I'll have moments where I'm feeling really angry for no reason. It has nothing to do with you, but I'm just going to like walk away, or I'm going to tell you, "Ooh, this is one of those times," and just like give me space and we'll be okay. So that didn't last for a long period of time. And I also had hot flashes, and I also had night sweats, and I also got the meno belly, the midlife tummy. I woke up one morning and I swear all the fat in my body just went to my belly, my tummy. And I'm like, what the hell just happened? This was the biggest one for me. I hadn't changed anything, my exercise, my food, I hadn't changed anything. And I literally woke up with a belly, and I was horrified especially because I was a personal trainer for so long, holistic nutritionist, like because of what I do. I'm like, how did this happen? So I solved for it pretty darn quick, but that was, I think, the one that affected me the most. And what else? Those were my main things that happened when I was going through menopause. But they were very, very mild. And if you're listening to this suffering through really intense menopause symptoms, I'm sorry, I apologize, but I'm not sorry. This is like sorry, not sorry, because the reason I'm telling you it's not to flex, it's to share with you and to help you to know that there's a way for it to be easier for you. And if you haven't actually gone through menopause, but you're starting to listen up, because this can be preventative. It doesn't have to be, it's different for everybody, 100%. And it's based on your lifestyle. It's based on what you've created in your body. It's based on how much your body is in homeostasis. So the more in homeostasis your body is, the less intense your menopause symptoms will be. Because remember, our body is nature. It's designed to go through menopause, so we don't want to stop it. We don't want to alter it. We just want to give our body the tools so that it can go through it as fast as humanly possible. Because mine was mild. Like, there were things that happened and I'm like, this sucks. But I just figured out a way to get over those things quicker. And I want to share that with you. That's what we're talking about today. It's really important to know that balancing your hormones can make menopause easier for you. And you can go through it quicker. So it doesn't have to be a thing. Stress is a huge part of this. Stress is huge in menopause because it affects our hormones, and menopause is our hormones rebalancing. Remember, if you've listened to my past podcasts, that when we're talking about weight management, insulin is one of the key players. And when insulin goes up, it tells our body to store fat. And one thing that drives our insulin up, of course, food is the number one thing, but the next thing is cortisol. And cortisol is what? It's the stress hormone. So when our cortisol goes up, our insulin goes up. Store fat, store fat, store fat. This is why we want to be cool as cucumbers when it comes to menopause, so that we can keep our hormones in check and allow them to work their magic, so we come out the other side quicker, easier, less damage done. The stress can be so intense in midlife because it comes with symptoms like weight gain, because we just talked about that. Insulin goes up, the store fat cue, and then that's caused by cortisol. So store fat, we're gaining weight. And also remember, when our estrogen changes, our body goes from storing fat in our thighs and our butt to our belly. And fatigue as well. Fatigue is a huge symptom of stress, as well as mood swings. When you are stressed out, you're really quick to bite someone's head off. So you can see how really managing your hormones, evening these bad boys out, is going to help you get through menopause. And remember, your menopause is going to be different than mine. We're all individuals, but we do have some control over it because we want to get our body into homeostasis. That's our main mission, into homeostasis, and then it will balance the hormones out quicker, easier. It'll be a shorter duration than if you are ignoring all of this and eating junk food and living a high stress life, drinking the alcohol, the coffee, staying up, like all the things. Then you're just kind of torturing yourself. You're drawing out menopause. There's something called the sympathetic nervous system, and this is what gets activated when we're stressed. This is fight, flight, or freeze. This is like your body giving off the hormones like you're being chased by a bear. It's always trying to survive. Now, this is good for a short period of time. It's designed, this system, because remember, our body is just pure genius. So this system is necessary to keep us alive. Everything that happens in our body is designed to keep us alive. And if we feel like there's a situation where we're in danger, we want to be able to fight or run away. And that's why we get the adrenaline spikes and all the hormones go up, because then we can actually run away and survive to live another day. But if it's always on, then it starts to affect the rest of your body and the way all of your other systems work. And this is where you start to get disease. So many diseases are caused by stress. Autoimmune diseases, stress is a huge cause of all of these diseases. So it's really important that you have some management techniques. This is critical. Okay, so I know that I'm stressed out. Well, how do I de-stress? First of all, you want to realize, where is stress created? This is critical. Think about all the work we've done. Think about the things that I say over and over and over again. Where I sound like a broken record. I want to sound like a broken record because I just want it to be in your brain. Where is stress created? Where's pressure created? Where's frustration created? All in the same place. In your brain. So the good news is you've created it so that you can create something else instead. You can stop creating it. Stress is not created from external sources. Stress is created from our response to external sources. Stress is created from our perception of external experiences. It's all created in our brain. And so then we can catch it. Ooh, I'm feeling stressed out. How do you know that you're stressed? Because you're feeling anxious, you're feeling short, you're feeling like your heart rate is up, you're feeling restless. You've got all of these indicators that you're stressed out. You know when you're stressed out, like you know. And as soon as you feel this coming on, what you want to do is you want to regulate your central nervous system. So regulating your central nervous system can get you into your parasympathetic mode, which is your rest and digest. There's a couple of ways to do this, and I'm just going to give them to you now. So pick the one that works for you. First of all, you grab something. It doesn't even matter what it is. It could be your phone. We always have our phone, a water bottle. It doesn't even matter. And if you don't have anything, just use your hands. And all you want to do is take the thing from one hand, pass it across the center of your body to the other side, and then back and forth. So pass it across the center and then hand it off to the other side. Pass it across the center of your body and then hand it over to the other side. So if you don't have an object, you put your hand across the center, tap the other hand and bring it back. And then this hand comes across and tap. And you just do that back and forth. You can just try it now with your hands or with whatever you have. Cross the center and then pass the object. Cross and pass. Cross and pass. Just keep going back and forth. Nice flow, nice rhythm. One side to the other. One side to the other. Back and forth. Back and forth. From one hand across the center to the other hand. What do you notice? Just take a check now. What do you notice? You probably feel a little better. And so all you have to do is just keep doing that over and over until you feel the stress leave your body. Just repeat it more and more and more. Like, how easy is that? These are really great techniques to teach your kids too. Okay. And then here's another one. I want you to find something to look at and not me. So just something that's not moving. So just gaze at something and then notice your peripheral vision out the left. Just notice it. Just without moving your eyes, you're still staring at that thing that isn't moving. And then how far can you see to the left? Can you see the walls? If you're outside, can you see the trees? Like, what can you see? And then notice on the right side, without changing where you're looking, on the right side, how far can you see? Where does your vision end? And then try for up. Can you see the roof, or can you see the sky? Can you see the clouds? Can you just see the top of the wall, or can you see where the wall connects to the ceiling? How far up can you see? And you're still staring at that same spot. And then below, can you see your toes? Can you see the ground? What can you see? How far? And then just notice all of it at once. Notice all of your peripheral vision at once. How far back can you see? Could you actually see all the way behind you? Just notice. Could you see all the way behind you? How far back could you see? And notice the up and the down. Notice all of it. You know, all the peripheral, all the stuff that's not in focus, but you're still noticing. Good. And then bring your attention back to the center. And what do you notice? Do you feel more relaxed? I do. We did that for what? 30 seconds. And I wasn't like not even feeling stressed, and I feel more relaxed than when I started. So good, right? These two you can do wherever you are, whatever's going on for you, you can do these. And here's one that I love. So you can do this one if you're driving, if you're in a meeting, if you're in a conversation, you can do this one. The other ones, people might be like, okay, what is that person doing? Like passing side to side. But this one you can do no matter what. It's a question. It's $1 million question. And remember, the quality of our lives are dictated by the quality of questions that we ask ourselves. So add this one to your repertoire, my friend. You want to ask yourself, what's everything that you're not noticing that's not that? So something's stressing you out. You had a meeting and you're stressed. You had an argument with somebody and you're stressed. Like something is there. And all you're focused on is that thing, and it's overwhelming and stressing you out. Remember, that's created in your brain. You can see you're thinking about it. You're putting your attention on it. You are creating that stress. And if you just ask yourself this question, what's everything that you're not noticing that's not that? It throws your brain out of that into, okay, what the heck is going on? You got to figure that out. First of all, you have to figure out the question. And then you're going to answer the question. What's everything that I'm not noticing that's not that? Oh my gosh, I'm not noticing the beautiful sunshine. I'm not noticing the fresh air. I'm not noticing how really great my body feels right now. I feel better already. Like just doing that example, I'm like, damn, this is good stuff. Like this is good stuff, you guys. So pick one that really works for you. And then just do that. Oh, I'm feeling stressed. How do you know? Because your body's telling you, it's giving you the signals that you're stressed. And the more time you spend in calmness and peace, the more balanced your hormones are, the quicker you will get through menopause. I promise you. I promise you. You can also do mindful breathing. This one you can do anytime, anywhere. And this is my favorite breath work because it's quick and easy and it helps for anything. You can do this if you're stressed. You can do this if you're craving sugar and you're going to eat junk food or you're going to eat something that you shouldn't eat. You can do this if you're in the middle of a conversation and you're going to say something that you regret. It doesn't matter. Do this mindful breathing. All you have to do is breathe in through your nose. Just take a breath in through your nose. And then exhale through your mouth twice as long. So if you inhale for 3, you exhale for 6. And I'm going to challenge you to try and still be stressed after doing this do this for 1 minute. And if you still feel something, do it for 2 minutes. These ones are game changers. All of these work. You just got to figure out the one that works best for you, for the way your brain works, for the way your body works, for all of it. And then remember, physical activity. Ooh, the power of movement to reduce stress is unbelievable. It doesn't matter whether it's a quick walk, yoga, or a dance party in the kitchen. For me, I used to be a runner, and just because of pure aging, I don't run anymore. But I know that every time I would go for a run, I would solve all of my life's problems. I felt so much better because it's like a moving meditation for me. My brain works really well when I'm moving. And now that I don't run, I will go for a power walk in nature, and it has the same effect. I will go for a bike ride in nature. So not only are you moving, but you're surrounded by nature, the trees, the air, the water. This is a game changer. If you want to get your best creative ideas, move your body. Creativity, solution, it all comes through movement. And of course, I'm going to say nourishing foods. Foods will help you to reduce stress and balance hormones. And I've done so many podcasts on this. So you know that when you're stressed too, you're going to want to eat junk food. Here's what's happened. I'm feeling stressed. I don't like this feeling. So I'm going to eat something that I know I shouldn't eat that's going to distract me for a very brief moment in time. And then when I'm done eating that, I'm going to come back to myself and be like, oh, that stress is still there. But while I'm eating it, that feeling has gone away because the feeling is now like, oh, sugar. Oh my God, the sugar is so good. So the solution is not to eat the junk food, but that's why we have these cravings to eat the junk food. It's just escapism to escape the feeling. All we got to do is just feel the feeling in our body. We know it's just a feeling and it's not going to kill us. And the more we learn how to feel our feelings and our emotions, the less we overeat, the less stressed we are. It's so important to know how to identify and feel your feelings. But the food can work the other way too. So we don't want to eat the junk food and sugar when we're stressed, but we do want to eat the whole clean foods, because the cleaner we eat, the more our body is in homeostasis and can do its job and work its magic. And then the shorter menopause will last, and the quicker you'll move through it and then be in your new state of being, because you're going to recreate yourself after you go through menopause. And then there's a fun thing called sleep hygiene. The importance of quality sleep in reducing stress is so insane. A lot of my clients just don't have good sleep hygiene. They're just not getting good quality sleep for long enough. And that's something that you can easily work on by making sure that you do a routine. You want to go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time. Your body will adapt to it. You want to use the cues of the sunlight. When the sun goes down, you want to see that. When the sun comes up, you want to see that, because those colors in your eyes, in your brain, work your circadian rhythm. That's what your circadian rhythm is based on, which is the cycle of how your body does everything, the circadian rhythm. And if it's off, everything else will be off, and menopause will take longer. So make sure that you have a really good sleep cycle. Make sure you have good sleep hygiene. So Do the routine, same time for sleeping, same time for waking up. Make sure that your sleeping environment is cool and dark and peaceful and calming. Make sure that you're not on your computer or phone after 10 o'clock. No blue light. Read a book, meditate, do your breath work, all of that kind of fun stuff to make sure that you're getting good sleep. And then, of course, connecting with others. This is critical. Community is so important. You want to be around like-minded women so that you know you're not going crazy. This can be a mind mess, this whole menopause thing. So I am imploring you to become a member of a community that supports you through this, that understands what you're going through. And I have that community, so I am inviting you. This is your personal invitation to come and join our community called Mastering Midlife. It is amazing. We do weekly calls, we do monthly challenges, and you can get any kind of support 24/7 in there. You are never alone, and you'll realize that you're not crazy, that this is a part of life and every woman is going through it. And I'm going to teach you all the ways that you can make it easier. We're going to dive deeper into the stuff we just talked about on the podcast today. So remember, I want to challenge you. You've just learned a whole bunch of techniques. I want to challenge you to implement one of them this week. Just one. Do one. It doesn't matter. Like whichever one works the best for you, that's the easiest to do. Try that. Remember, balancing hormones through stress management it's a journey. It's not a sprint. It's not like you do this once and you're done. Menopause can take 7 to 10 years, like to go through it from the beginning to the end. So you're in it to win it. You're committed to this. And what you want to do is create a really safe space in your brain and your heart for your body to go through this. The safer the space, your mind is like, oh, nope, I know this is happening. I'm going to support myself through it. I'm going to love myself through it. And my physical body, I'm going to prepare myself. I'm going to give my physical body everything that it needs in order to go through this as quickly and as gracefully as possible. And you can do this. You are not alone. Come and join my community. I will leave the link in the show notes. And if you have any questions, please reach out. But do not think that you are having to go through this alone or that you're the only one that's experiencing this. I promise you, every single woman goes through this experience. So come join us and do not go through it alone, because when you're in a community of like-minded women, you are never alone. Thank you for listening. Always, always, always love yourself first and have an amazing day.